Hi students, it's Dr. Stovall and I just wanted to give you a brief introduction for week 2. As with last week, which you all did very well, I wanted to let you know that there's going to be a lot of reading this week, so give yourself time to get it done. You have from tonight until Tuesday to get all of the reading done. You have 2.5 through 2.9 and sections 3.2 through 3.5. That's a lot of reading. So give yourself time to get it all done. Also, take notes. You need to annotate the reading. If you can print it, that's even better. But if you can't print it, take notes. Have paper and pen. Take notes as you're reading, okay? And for those of you who are allowing yourself to play it and you listen to it as it's being read to you, slow it down and make sure you're paying attention as it's being read to you. Because if you're not, guess what? It's just wah, wah, wah. It's just noise and you're not taking it in. So give yourself time to absorb it and stop and check for meaning. Okay, great. In addition to that, we have a lot to do this week. You have quite a few assignments this week. Also, I am introducing the prompt for essay number 1, and it's a biggie, okay? So you want to make sure that you read the prompt, you understand what it is that I'm asking you to do. I'm going to go over the prompt with you. If you have any questions, send me an email. I'll be happy to discuss it with you, okay? Also, on Wednesday, you have 2 assignments that are due. You can certainly get them done before Wednesday, but make sure you have done the reading and annotated the reading because they go along with the reading, okay? So what you don't want to do is to attempt those assignments before you've completed the reading. As with always, if you ask me a question about those assignments, I'm going to refer back to the reading and ask you, did you complete the reading? Did you annotate? Okay, make sure you've done that because finding the reason and finding the counter argument, it really follows the examples in the reading. On Thursday, you have 2 assignments, introducing an argument and a main claim, as well as describing the reason. So once again, I'm going to go over those with you briefly in this video, but you want to make sure you complete the reading. Finally, you have a reading quiz, and at the end of each week, you're going to have a reading response. Okay, wonderful. Let's move on. And as with last week, I provide you with a little more detail of what you are doing this week. So give yourself some time to look at this information. It's just a little more detail of what you're doing. If you have any questions, please see me. I'll be happy to go through that with you. All right, so let's look at essay number 1. Essay number 1, the goal of this essay is writing a summary of an argument and using the claims made in an argument to support your own claims in response to a prompt is the essence of academic writing. Writing a summary encourages us to understand another point of view fully and describe it precisely so others can understand. Therefore, you will be asked to summarize the argument made by 2 authors on the same issue. In addition, you will need to identify the reasons and/or claims the 2 authors share in respect to a current issue. Finally, you will need to identify the counterargument for each author's main claim. Okay, so it's going to be really important that you understand what it means to identify the main claim and a counterargument of a main claim. Okay, and that's why I said it's important that you complete these assignments so that you'll be able to write the paper at the end of this month. So you can start working on it right now, but it's important to know what it is that you're doing. And so as of today, you might not be able to do it just yet. So in what ways, and this is the essential prompt, in what ways do the authors agree or disagree in reference to illegal immigration? Okay, So how are we going to address this question? Well, I have 4 articles that you can choose from, and you have to choose 2. Dr. Stovall, can I use all 4? No, you cannot. Dr. Stovall, can I use 2 of my own? No, you cannot. You must use 2 that I have of the 4. Okay, so those are the only 2 of those 4 that you can use. You cannot use any other combination other than 2 of the 4 that I have right there. Okay, hopefully I've made myself clear. So you'll need to read them, and when you've made a connection to the author that you feel that you can answer this question, I suggest you read all 4 and then fill, which 2 that you feel the best able to address their argument, then use those. Okay? All right. Create your own essay without plagiarism from outside sources. Okay? Also, no AI. I want you to write your own work. Okay? All right. This summary should be at least 8 paragraphs long. And notice I say at least. I don't want more than that if possible. Please, please, okay? 1 intro paragraph with 8 sentences, 6 body paragraphs with 8 or 9 sentences, no longer than that, no shorter than that, and 1 concluding paragraph with 3 sentences. Okay? Also, I give you some more information about style. I will provide for you an outline of what I'm looking for paragraph development. Okay? There's some more information about paragraph, the process of writing. We can talk about it if you have some questions about the writing process, pre-writing. I strongly suggest that you create an outline. For those of you who are not familiar with MLA format, I do adhere to MLA format, so if you need to brush up on that, I do have some resources for you that you can utilize. I do have 2 AI detectors that I will use. One is already in Canvas and the other is one that is provided by the English department. Also, as with every assignment, please disable AI in your laptop and your computer. If you don't know how to do that, please contact me. I'll be more than happy to walk you through the process. Inadvertent usage of AI is still AI usage, and if it is detected in your paper, it will be a 1 out of 100 points. And I know you don't want that, so we definitely want to make sure we are not working with a paper that has AI in it. Okay? All right, so let's move on to the next thing. Here we go. Wow, we only have a few more minutes left. All right, so finding the reason. So go ahead and read this section and take notes. And once again, it's quite a few, quite a few sections of information. And guess what comes next? Here's your exercise. So remember, the exercise comes after the reading. So you want to refer back to the reading so that you can complete the exercise. You have 2 attempts. What does that mean? That means, let's say you complete the exercise, you turn it in, and you realize you forgot something. You can turn in another file, and it will allow you to do so. Notice you can only turn in a doc or docx file. You cannot turn in a PDF. You cannot turn in a Google Doc. It has to be a Microsoft Word file. Okay? The next is going to be the content on counter arguments. Okay? And then there is a discussion on counter arguments. And so for this one, I want you to write a short 4-sentence paragraph. And I have provided an example for you. This tells you what should be in each sentence. And here is the example. So I want you to read the content, okay? Go back to the previous page so you'll understand what it is I'm asking you to do. Here is the content. Here is what I'm asking you to do, okay? All right. And some MLA information to make sure you're on the right track. All right, let's move on to the next finding the responses to the counterargument. It's really straightforward. I'm telling you, this class really teaches itself. Introducing the argument and the main claim. Okay, once again, it's telling you exactly what you have to do. Hey, it's another discussion. So once again, this one seems a little tricky, but it is not. You go back to the previous reading if you have questions, and the information is there. I know if you wait until the last minute to do this, it's going to seem really complicated, but it is not. You have to give yourself time to understand the section prior. And if you take your time, this is not a complicated assignment, okay? All right. Let's move on. Describing the reason. Da, 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 da. Here we go. Another assignment from the previous page. And I made a diagram for you. So you'll put your name, my name, the class name, the date. Header is going to go here. A lot of you forgot the header last time. Okay, and then you're going to identify the main point of the reading. What reading, Dr. Stovall? Oh, wait. Let's get up. Where's the reading? Where's the reading? It's going to tell you that right here. Okay, so for each pair of claims, and it's going to tell you where to get it, okay? So I want you to go back and read this, and it'll tell you where to find the information, okay? All right, so there are no tricks. It's all there. Let's move on. Describing how the author treats counterarguments. Take notes. Take notes. Describing how the author limits the claim. Please take notes. And your reading response. Notice how I provide the article for you right there. So you can print it or you can read it right here. Once you've read that, I provide for you the outline for paragraph 1, paragraph 2, and for those of you who need an example, here is the sample for the reading response. Paragraph 1, paragraph 2, notice the assignment ID and the header, and you should have reading response and the week number that corresponds to that. Okay? And finally, the quiz. Okay, yours is going to look a little different than that. And then congratulations, you've completed the week. All right? Good job, y'all. You did a great job. And if you have any questions, let me know. I am here for you. It's going to be a great summer. I'm having fun. I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.